Cool. A wild game was here. How about we take a look, guys?
Okay. Let's go for it.
That was really entertaining,
Turbo mechanic, right? You and your crate are safe now. Oh, hey! Welcome to spectacular Sunset City. Okay, here's the situation. A contaminated energy drink has turned everyone into mutants. Terrorizing whatever they can to get by. But some of them are dicks, attacking others for their stuff. Whoop, just ignore that one. But it's not all bad. All this place needs is a hero. One who doesn't just survive, but does it with style. Who is this hero? Me! Not me? Oh,
Sorry.
you! Can you survive the many dangers? Can you help others survive? Can you save Sunset City? Can you? For the love of God, can you? Of course you can. It's a f***ing video game.
There we go, guys. This week we're going to be talking about Sunset Overdrive. We're very disappointed that Sunset Overdrive will not be coming to PlayStation 4, but it still is an amazing looking game from Insomniac Studio, so we thought it was worth talking about because it actually isn't that far away either.
No.
Let's talk a little bit about the general information. It comes out October 28th, 2014, and it is developed by Insomniac Games. I'm sure a lot
Traitors!
of people know
Sorry.
that Insomniac Games are
Benedict Arnold's.
the guys behind Ratchet and Clank and Resistance and Defender back in the day, like way back. But they've been kind of synonymous? Hard to say that word. With Sony for a very long time.
Yes.
But they were never, ever first party. They were considered second party because they had a really great relationship with Sony. But after Resistance 3 kind of performed not so great, it was a great game, but it didn't really perform to what they wanted.
Fate's Door.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Fate's Door.
Fate's Door?
Fate's Door.
Oh, Insomniac shafted their fan base. Okay, you know what? They might have to some people, but I'm still really excited about this game. I still think it's worth talking about. I don't think we should not talk about Sunset Overdrive just because it's not on PlayStation 4.
I'm not saying that. There's no reason why we wouldn't talk about it. We're not an exclusive PlayStation show. I don't even know why that would be.
I think I should be excited about this game, and I'm sure a lot of people watching have Xbox One, so definitely worth talking about. You can see on the screen here we got some good gameplay going from the single-player mode, is what I know. So what happened was during Resistance 3, Drew Mary and Marcus Smith, they began to brainstorm their next big idea. And they went and they wanted to present this idea to Insomniac, and it actually failed. They did not generate interest at all in Insomniac, but since Insomniac is very forward-thinking, they kind of told the guys, you know what, take another week, bring back some gameplay ideas, try and demonstrate what you're thinking from a gameplay perspective. So they did that, and when they came back, they kind of got the vibe that it was this rock and roll apocalypse, and that's what kind of was like, okay, we see what you're going with now. This is cool. We really like this. So then that's when they started kind of shopping it around. Like, okay, who do you think was going to publish this game? And they did go to Sony supposedly, but the problem is Insomniac really, really wanted to retain ownership of this brand, and Sony is
not about that.
Yeah, they're not about that at all. They do not like to not own IPs anymore because that has bitten them in the ass in the past with Crash Bandicoot and Spyro and a whole bunch of other stuff. So
it's understandable too. It's not like it's a thing where you can be like, oh well, they're just being greedy.
Yeah.
No, if you look, like Crash Bandicoot was the face of Sony for a while, and they don't own that. And you see what the games are now; they're shit.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that
Lucifer Belmont was saying Insomniac is working on a game for Sony, though.
They are. They're working on Ratchet and Clank, the reboot of the original, but it's not just like a remaster. They are 100% redoing the original Ratchet and Clank,
like almost like frame by frame reshooting. They're frame by frame, like code by code redoing.
Well, they are actually changing the story a little bit too. Actually, they're changing the story to match closer with the movie
that's coming out.
Yeah, so they are doing a little bit of a collaboration there with Sony with the movie. So that's good news, and I'm really excited for that. This is Microsoft's kind of game from Insomniac. Right. So they're not playing size; they're just kind of doing a little bit for both. So what happened was they went to Microsoft, shopping around this idea, and Microsoft completely agreed with everything they wanted. They're like, you can retain ownership, we'll give you everything you need, and that's what happened. So good for Microsoft, good for Insomniac, and so that's what happened. So you guys are watching here, this is a single player mode, and what this is in the single player mode, you are an ex-employee of Fizzco, which is a company that released this energy drink called Overdrive Delirium XT, or something like that, something ridiculous. And this is the aftermath of a celebration for the release of this drink. What the problem is, you heard it in the original introduction, is that the drink is addictive, and if you drink too much of it, it turns you into these disgusting looking mutant zombie things.
I wonder if that's a play on pop culture.
Yes, very much so. That's some people complain about that actually with this game, is that it's so like it's hitting the nail on the head when it comes on like pop culture and memes and stuff like that. But I think that's the charm for me at least. It looks very quirky and fun, and that's what you want from Insomniac, and something I think they were missing in their later titles with PlayStation, especially the Ratchet and Clank kind of spin-offs they were doing, is it missed that like fun and excitement and charm that the old ones had. So it's nice to see them returning to that and kind of getting back to their nature.
Right. Well, it's just really short. It's the main problem.
Really short? Oh yeah, like the Ratchet and Clank games, for sure. What's kind of cool though about the main character is that it's up to you to design him or her. You're completely open to change it to a female, to change the clothing, the hairstyle, the tattoos, the emblems, all this kind of stuff. And we were talking earlier about the idea that you shouldn't have to talk about this anymore. And I think that's what's cool, is they're not making a big deal out of that. It's just like, oh, of course you can play as a girl. Like, why wouldn't you be able to play as a girl? Like, I think
why wouldn't
really
you be able to play as a gay character?
Exactly. You can do whatever you want in these games, and I think that's really cool. So, a lot of customization on the front of your design. And this guy here is completely different from the design of the main character that you see in the opening trailer. He's got like a very kick-ass thing going on. I think that's what it looks like, a superhero from Kick-Ass.
It sucks I can't listen to you because I'm so busy concentrating on what's going on in the video.
He's facing, I think, a lurker right now, which is the big enemy in the game. You're also seeing an 8... Oh, wait, let's talk about this real quick. I'll jump ahead. This is Chaos Squad. And what this is the 8-player co-op mode.
Okay, this is the one I really wanted to play with.
Yeah, let's jump ahead and talk about Chaos Squad a little bit. So what's cool about Chaos Squad is that it has everything that you gain from the single player. We'll talk about that later. But what you do is, inside the single player world, you just jump into a photo booth, you take a selfie, and then suddenly you're transported into the multiplayer world. Okay, Seconder, let's take this call real quick, just because he's been in the chat.
Whoops, our Skype lines are open.
Hey, Seconder, you're on the Level Up Show. How you doing, man? I'm gonna pause this.
Hi, my name is Seconder. I was wondering, do you guys have any info about DayZ?
DayZ? We're not really talking about DayZ right now, but we can talk about it a little bit.
Wait, what do you mean? What do we know about it, or?
Yeah, what do you guys know about it?
Release date wise?
Release date? I have no idea on official release date. I mean, I know there's a little change up going on. The creator behind it is more of a consultant behind it now.
He kind of left the company.
But it's still on track from everything I hear. I'm psyched for it. I'm just psyched for H1Z1.
Yeah.
But I'm loving the idea behind a game like that.
DayZ, as far as I still know, is an alpha. It never left alpha. It's got like that early release thing that they've got going on through Steam where people can play it way ahead of time and they're kind of giving their feedback on the alpha. There's still a lot of work to be done supposedly. That it's definitely not coming out this year. It might come out next year for PC first and then maybe PS4 and Xbox One later. They did show some desire to release it on console, and I do think that will happen. But it's an open world game, and I hear a lot of the fun is in that the character interactions, the people in the world like holding each other up and doing stuff like that to steal stuff from each other. That's kind of the charm of the game, for sure, from what we're hearing. But right now there's not a lot to go off of, but you can watch videos online for sure. There's a lot to go around if you want to look into it.
Right.
Yeah, do you guys know like how big the map size will probably? Do you think it'll be like bigger?
No, I think it'll be bigger. It's probably gonna be at most it's gonna be the same size.
It has an open world element to it though, right?
Well, I mean the map size is supposed to be, from what I understand, like the size of Germany.
Okay. Yeah, I guess he's asking if they think from alpha to final.
Right. What I'm saying
bigger.
is it's not gonna be any bigger
Yeah, I
than
wouldn't
the
think so.
map of Arma 2.
Yeah, I think they're just going to focus on like getting all the bugs out, like polishing what they have. Because big team, I don't think they're relatively small, and their leader kind of left. He's just a consultant now.
Right.
So yeah, I wouldn't expect it to be.
But that's going to be
huge game.
pretty damn big. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think people realize. When people say like, oh well, they stopped making it bigger. I don't think they realize how big games like that actually are. So.
All right, Secondary. I think we're going to get back to our wild game up here. But thanks for calling in, man.
All right.
See you later.
Yeah. But yeah. So where were we? We were at.
We were talking about the 8-player co-op mode. Let me continue that on screen here. Yeah, so what's cool about the 8-player co-op mode is that you jump in and out of it really quickly by going into a photo booth. And what I love about that is that they're not at all like going for realism here. This is a video game. Like it makes absolutely no sense. You just jump into like a photo booth.
Games and anything that's like just really meta and self-aware.
Yeah.
I mean, like the Lego Movie was just totally self-aware. It's like these are Lego.
So
Yeah.
meta.
Yeah, I think it's
so meta. It was really self-aware.
Right, I know what you mean.
And this is going for the same vein. It's like,
What you mean
why
you
the hell
can't
would
really
you do
skate
that?
on a roller coaster with sneakers?
I don't know. I kind of sort of did that a little bit in Tony Hawk sometimes.
Yes.
This guy right here, I think is one of the big villains in the single player mode called King Scar, I think.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Was that Borderlands? Did I just see something from Borderlands?
Yeah, so it looks really good on screen there, but let's go back to Chaos Squad real quick. It's very similar to Horde mode. In that you have these wave after wave of the OD coming, and what they're trying to do is they're coming because they want to take back their vats of overcharged Delirium XT, and it's your job to keep it from them. And you use strategy and weapons and even tower defense elements to keep them away, like traps and barriers and all these kind of really crazy Insomniac style weapons. You know how they are at Insomniac. They love to do really quirky stuff with their weapons. And like the single player mode, the environment, as you saw, is filled with grind rails and all the stuff you would see, like all the ridiculousness from the combo side of it. Right. So that's what I think the game looks like the most. It kind of reminds me of Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
You getting that vibe a little bit?
Yeah, it'll be really cool to see people posting like personal bests and like new giant combo videos.
It's like Tony Hawk meets the first Infamous.
Yeah.
Meets Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank is definitely.
I feel like it's like a perfect combination of those three games.
It does remind me of Infamous a little bit. The thing is, there was like that stylized stuff that you're seeing there, all like grinding of the rails. That's important, not just from like a it looks cool perspective, but it earns you style points in the game, which is really important. Like you want to fill up that bar because you get awards because of it. But not just that, it pushes you. Because when you see that bar filling in the upper left-hand corner, you want to keep like stringing together these combos, jumping on pads and grinding and getting headshots all at the same time. It's kind of like Bulletstorm.
Oh, that was.
The fun of that
was such an underrated game. I love that game.
Oh crap! Who was the one voice actor for the main character?
I can't remember what his name. I know what you're talking about.
He voiced Spike in Cowboy Bebop.
No. I know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I forget who it was. Awesome guy.
Yeah.
Bulletstorm was just over the top and absurd again.
And also not really appreciated. Didn't really get as much appreciation as deserved.
And who was that created by?
No, that's Cliff Blazinski? I didn't know that actually. I didn't think that was Cliff.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Oh, maybe.
Time to do a fact check.
Yeah, do that for me. I was pretty sure it was.
Another thing Insomniac is really kind of putting out there is that there is absolutely no Kinect integration in this game. Because they're like, there is no way this game can be controlled with anything besides a controller. This is a controller game.
Maybe if you like It would be really funny if they ended the Kinect like interactivity with you, like if you yelled at the screen loud enough, you could like respawn or something.
Yeah.
There.
Well, did you see how the respawn?
Yeah, the respawn is hilarious.
Yeah, the respawns are really clever. Like you'll die, and then all of a sudden like you'll see a gravesite of your character, and then all of a sudden like he just pops out like a zombie, and then you're back, and it's like respawn. And there's other ones where there's like a photo booth comes out of nowhere, kind of from like Bill and Ted, and then just the door opens, and you walk out. Like there's a lot of quirky stuff.
My favorite one of the respawns was with the van.
Just driving by.
Like drives by, opens up the door, and it's a bunch of the enemies.
Yeah, the zombies, the mutated.
Zombies, the mutated people throw you out of the van and then drive away. It's like, what the hell?
As they hit their own people.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so good.
Moving on from there, let's see. So we were talking about zany weapons earlier. Let's talk a little bit
This is
about
some of my
what we
favorite
know
stuff,
of.
right?
You saw a weapon wheel, right, on the screen.
Right, which is cool because you can have a lot of them at one time.
Yeah, 8 at a time. Huh?
Cliff Bleszinski was a designer for Bulletstorm.
Yeah,
Okay, I
It
thought
was
so.
published or it was made by People Can Fly.
Okay, good call.
Yeah.
Mike got it right.
And Epic Games.
Let's talk about a few of the weapons that we know of.
These are awesome. I love all these crazy weapons.
Yes,
all the time.
they're so Insomniac.
That's my favorite part of Ratchet & Clank games.
Okay, that's it.
We got TN Teddy. TN Teddy is a grenade launcher. You see it in the gameplay demo there. It shoots out teddy bears, but they have dynamite strapped to them. And then when the thing detonates, it detonates in the form of teddy bear head with boom inside of it. It's really cool. I really like that a lot. Then you also have Captain Ahab, which is a really
gun.
ultra-powered harpoon gun.
I love harpoon guns.
And then you also have, this reminds me of Shaun of the Dead, you have the High Fidelity, which shoots vinyl records out at such a high speed that they're like saw blades and cut off the heads of the mutated.
There was something that was like that. I think Unreal Tournament had that.
I think Dead Rising kind of has stuff like this too, right? Like really crazy weapons.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that a little bit. And all these weapons can be found in game, but I read this as well, and I'm not sure what to take from this, but it also says that they can be purchased
through
from
in-game
in-game
store.
stores. I don't know if that means money, real world
transactions,
money,
or like games,
Yeah.
like in-game currency.
Yeah, I hope in-game currency.
Right.
I really hope. I'm hoping for no microtransactions on that side of things. But the game is ever evolving. That was the thing that they really pushed at the beginning because of the cloud, the power of the cloud. That they'll be able to constantly update this world with memes and social commentary and stuff like that.
Not
I
only
really
that,
hope
but
all of that content comes from like a cloud in the game.
Yeah, that would be so perfect. Very meta.
Just like
thunder and lightning, and all of a sudden you just see
something.
something drop out of the sky.
Like we have a new update. It's just like
Something
where's it coming from?
You miss.
Wow.
You can actually advance your weapons too.
Yeah.
So they even brought the abilities and amps can be attached to the weapons.
Yeah.
So they were even bringing up the fact that you can attach a tornado ability to a sword.
Yeah.
So as you hit people, it does a really high speed spin.
Instead of updating your weapons like you do in Ratchet & Clank, which is just like a level up system.
Which I'm fine with.
That's fine
normally.
too. They're trying to do something different here. But it
Right.
kind of reminds me of, I think I saw compared on IGN, is to the materia system in Final Fantasy VII. You know,
Said the words.
Yeah. You know, in Final Fantasy VII, you take materia and you put it to your weapon, and that's what adds abilities. That's exactly what this is. South Park is another example.
Right.
In
right.
South Park, you
Something
add
else.
abilities onto your weapons.
Diablo, same thing.
So it's kind of like that, but the updates, the abilities are called. What did you say? I can't remember the name
Amps.
of them. Amps, and they're very crazy. Like you said, they're tornadoes and just ridiculous stuff like that. So yeah, it's quirky to the nth degree. It's just it's everything in the game. It's just social commentary and memes and just ridiculousness the entire way through, which is what makes it look so attractive to me. I love the colors and the fun, and I'm really disappointed that this is the game Insomniac decided to not put on PlayStation.
Right. They kind of screwed us a little bit on the last few Ratchet & Clanks. They screwed over Overstrike into the disaster known as Fuse, and then they decided to go jump over to Sony with this. Like, you're a dick.
Over to Microsoft with this.
Sorry, Microsoft. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing for sure, but it's a no for sure. That's it for us for Wild Game Appears. I think we're wrapping up
for the night.
Yeah, that's it for the night for us. But real quick, guys, we're the Level Up Show. We're a gaming dedicated video stream. I think a lot of people are leaving now. We've been on for 2 hours and 40 minutes. But guys, before you head out, please make sure that you add us on all the different stuff here. Twitch.tv/The Level Up Show. Please heart us on there. You'll get email notifications whenever we go live. Follow us on Twitch or Twitter at The Level Up Show. Level spelled LVL. Like us on Facebook, and please subscribe on YouTube. at the Level Up Show. Level spelled LVL once again. And finally, just a quick shout out to Beast NJ, who is in the room a lot tonight. He is linked through our YouTube, and he also does a lot of videos for us. They're called Game On, and they're video blogs. He's got a lot of good content on his channel as well. So please subscribe to us and subscribe to him as well. He's kind of a part of the Level Up Show in a way. He likes to help us out with some videos here and there, and he's going to keep doing that. And then finally, please add Mike and I on PSN. I am Drew M1788, and Mike is Noob Guru. That's it for us. Thank you so much, guys, for coming into the room tonight. Kristen's asleep. No, she's not, but she's kind of asleep. I hope you guys come back next week. It'll be Sunday, once again, at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Only one unit. Thank you for coming in. Love you too. Only one unit. Rough, thanks for coming in today, man.
Thank you guys for all the friend requests that we got tonight.
Great we
got one more real quick. We got Toxin Lover 3333 on Twitch. Thank you so much for following us on Twitch, man.
We good?
Really appreciate it. Yeah, I think we're good.
Embrace it.